Hi, it's Graham Cox here. I just wanted to demonstrate a feature that we have in OptiSurface Designer that's been around for a while, but not many people probably know about it. And that's the ability to actually set a different cross slope to the main slope when using a four-way design. I'll demonstrate that here. So here there is no cross slope setting, so it will actually use this setting for calculating the minimum slope in this field. And so you can see, if you look for the widest spaced contours, then that indicates where this might be. So this is probably the widest spaced right there. So if we measured the slope at that point, it should be around that minimum 0.125. So there you go, 0.133. So that's where the minimum slope is, only at that point there. Now, we have some customers who like to have a steeper cross slope when they're trying to push the water drain the water across the direction of their planting furrows or planting direction. So these furrows might be very small. They could only be like an inch high or 25 millimeters high, or just the ruts created by traffic, machinery traffic. But assuming this field was planted in this this up-down direction, it's not actually north-south because we're a slider. I've rotated the map, but assuming they're planting in this direction here, some of our customers like to have a steeper slope in this direction, the cross slope direction, to force the water. If the water's trying to drain in that direction, which it is in this point here, then they like to have a steeper cross slope to force it through any minor furrows or minor roughness in the field in this direction. So how we do that, I'll just flip to a different file that I've prepared earlier, and you can see we've got a minimum cross slope here set at 0.3% and the minimum downslope 0.1%. So if we look at what's happened here now, is you can see these contours have tightened up a bit. Sorry, they've tightened up a bit, meaning the slope in this direction is a bit steeper than the 0.1 before. There's also some stuff's happened up here. I'll just flick back to the other one so you can see. See that's the spread out there. And also here they're a bit more spread out. Maybe here. If we flick back here, you can see they've tightened up, tightened up, tightened up. That indicates the slope in this direction here is a bit steeper now. And that's because we calculated with this. We calculated with this new minimum cross slope setting. So now if we zoom in here and measure the cross slope from, say, here, in this direction here, you can see it's that 0.3%. So that number there, there is the slope. That's the horizontal, that's vertical, and that's the slope. So you can see it's right on the 0.3 almost. And now I've just turned on the flow paths arrows just to show where the water is trying to run perpendicular to the traffic direction. You can see that's through here, and that's where that minimum slope's been applied. If there's enough main slope, which is in this direction here, then it won't try and force that 0.3% minimum slope across. So there you go, that's another example of a OptiSurface feature, a unique OptiSurface feature. Just tick that on, enter a minimum cross slope when you're using 4-way, and it'll use that. If you don't have it ticked on, it will just revert back to using this as the minimum for cross slope and main slope. Even though it says main slope there, it just assumes that you have, because you haven't entered anything here, it'll apply this across for both main slope and cross slope. So yeah, give that a go with any fields where you think the traffic direction or any operations may create minor furrows or minor rills and restrict water flowing perpendicular to the traffic direction. Add a little bit of cross slope, extra cross slope, in this case 3 times as much cross slope as the minimum main slope, to get that water to flow sideways. Okay, thanks for your time.